So I just went to go see the movie 1408. About this writer who looks for paranormal activity in these hotels that are supposedly haunted, and he checks them at 1408, and crazy shit starts to happen. And he has what you might refer to as false awakenings, which that's when you're in a dream, you wake up in the dream thinking you're waking up out of the dream. Say you're having a nightmare, but then you realize you're still in the dream, and then you wake up for real maybe the next time, or you could have another false awakening. And those are really frightening because it starts to show you the the loopy nature of reality. And so this guy was in 1408, and he drowned. There's a picture on the wall of a ship in a storm out at sea, and in the midst of his panic, he thinks that the ship is like moving in the ocean in the picture, and he goes to slam the picture with a piece of wood, and the water just pours onto him, and he drowns, and he wakes up in the hospital. And then he thinks he woke up, and he's fine, and he goes about his normal life for a few hours, and then maybe a day or two even, and then next thing he knows, he's in the post office, and these workers around him start tearing the walls down, and then they tear the walls down, and it's revealed that he's back in 1408 again. And then more crazy shit happens, and he sees his dead daughter, and then he lights the whole place on fire, and the firemen have to come save him, and they do save him, and he gets out. So we think that's when the movie ends. And this is really a metaphor for life, I think, in the sense that here we are in 1408, say, in this life. We don't quite remember how we got here. We don't remember being born. We don't even remember the first few years of our lives. We don't know the exact point when we just became conscious of ourselves, if we're even conscious of ourselves now. We like to talk about life as though we were discrete individuals that have some kind of control over their lives and whatnot. They know what we know what we're doing here and what we want and who we are and all that. I don't know if that's necessarily true. We don't know how we got here. We don't know what happens when we die. We're just sort of here. And at one point in the film, the phone rang and he answered it, and this cryptic voice said, once you go into 1408, you can leave 1408, but you can never really leave 1408, or something like that. I don't know, I might have to make the exact quote, but the basic idea is that once you're here, you might think you're getting out of here over and over and over again, but you always end up right back where you started. And it seems to me that that's the nature of life and death, the nature of reality as a whole. Life and death, we think of them as separate things, but I don't remember being born into this life. So what makes anyone think? I mean, I have no reason to believe that I'm going to know when I die. Death isn't something we experience like the rest of the things we experience in life. Death is the ultimate experience. It's the end of all experience. So we're led to believe. But this is bizarre, on both sides of me, as far as time is concerned, into the past and into the future. I have no idea where I came from, where I'm going. And it lends, that fact lends itself to the idea that life is somewhat of a loop. There's no escape from where we are. We can't get out of this life. We can't arrive at an ending because there's no beginning. Right? At least one that I can remember.